What's going on YouTube? This is Terrell Davis coming at you with another video. This is a review video. This time I am reviewing last week's Smackdown from February the 12th and also last night's Monday Night Raw. So I'm actually working double times on this video because I didn't really get a chance to make a Smackdown video because of of course because of Valentine's Day weekend. So I had to treat my lady to a nice weekend and everything like that. But here I am giving you my thoughts and opinions about last week's SmackDown as well as last night's Monday Night Raw. So I'm ready to get into it if you guys are. So last week's SmackDown, coming out of Dayton, Ohio, I would say that SmackDown was a lot more. There's a lot more action in that show, especially with the tag team turmoil match where Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan had to team up, and they pretty much had to team up. They had to face different tag teams out of the whole division, pretty much. You had Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, the Usos, Slater, Gator. Goldust, Stardust. There was a lot of and in front Big Show came. Those guys came out last, but I thought it was kind of interesting. And I gotta be honest with you, if you haven't ordered WWE Network yet this month, what are you waiting on? Because it's free. And not only that, you get to see Fastlane for free. How often do you get to see a pay-per-view for free? But, and here's why I say that, is because the Daniel Bryan Roman Reigns matchup at Fastlane is going to be amazing. It's going to be huge. That's going to be the best match of the night, if anything. We looked at the tag team turmoil match. You had these two guys, and they can't stand each other. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, they can't stand each other. And they had to find a way to coexist and survive because they were going against, all of the tag teams in the division. One name I did leave out was the Ascension. They got, I believe it was Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, they got past the first time. Then after that was the Usos, which Usos proved to be their toughest opponent out of all of the teams. And then, obviously Roman Reigns was a little reluctant to fight, the Usos, because obviously they're blood related, but at the same time, Daniel Bryan is using that to his advantage because, he's still trying to, he's punishing them pretty much, and on more than one occasion, Roman Reigns had to pull him off of the Usos and, say, hey, win this the right way, and, they were getting into each other's face, but, at the end of the day, he also had to survive, so he joined in the fray when he had to even the odds, and he managed to, beat the Usos, and, they were running through the match, and they were, at each other's throat, but at the same time trying to survive, and, when the Ascension came in, and, just straight up beat them down, and, they were, weakened, and then Kane and Big Show, it was up to Kane and Big Show to pick the bone clean, but there was trouble in paradise because then Kane and Big Show were in each other's face. It was kind of interesting because the whole time Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are at each other's throats. Now you have Big Show and Kane over here who are doing the same thing, and then Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan turn into the ones that are, trying to survive. So they ended up surviving, and then Big Show knocked out Kane. Obviously it was probably a lot of people say it was him turning face, but I just think it was just a reaction. He was in the moment, but who knows what happens with that. He soon to be in trouble with the authority. But overall, SmackDown was a solid episode. It had a lot more action than a lot of the other SmackDowns. That was the most I should have seen in a long time. That match actually lasted for at least, I would say, about 45 minutes. And it was all because a lot of superstars were touring in Abu Dhabi, and so they had to try to make a show. And so they with the tag team turmoil, which I really didn't mind that. It was a pretty lengthy match, but I enjoyed it. So it got its point across, and they did what they had to do with what they had. So great show on SmackDown. And so now we're gonna get into last night's Monday Night Raw. So much going on. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. Let's do it. So Big Show gets in trouble with Triple H, and Triple H makes a match for Raw. Big Show will go against Daniel Bryan, while Kane will go up against Roman Reigns. And then in Roman Reigns' match, Daniel Bryan's at commentary, and this was going to be the first of a couple of events where we see Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, at each other's throats yet again. But in this case, Roman Reigns is fighting Kane, and then Daniel Bryan's on the outside, playing those mind games, starting to yes chant with the fans, and Roman Reigns is just like, he's like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And he beats Kane by count out pretty much, and then Daniel Bryan is, starting with the yes chant with the folks and everything, and he's one. Daniel Bryan's wanting to fight Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is also wanting to fight Daniel Bryan, which they didn't fight at that point. Daniel Bryan just led the yes chant with his fans. And so another event that happened is Goldust and Stardust. So it looks like they officially broke up. Stardust is wanting to do his own thing, and it's I'm kind of interested to see what they do with that storyline, with his storyline. It's Cody Rhodes, and he turns to Stardust, and as the storyline has it, he's pretty much getting lost in his persona. So I'm very interested to see what to do next with that storyline. And then so you have that, and then Darren Young, Titus O'Neil. Darren Young's out with one of the local wrestlers to try to face the Ascension. The Ascension, their normal beatdown routine, and then next thing you know, the beating on Darren Young, and Titus O'Neil comes out and helps out Darren Young. And so it begs the question, are the part-time players back? I personally hope that they are, because you have one team that's breaking up with Stardust, Goldust. Why not bring back part-time players? I think that would be pretty cool to bring those guys back and make the tag team division stay relevant, stay interesting, especially with them in the mix. So time will tell what will happen with that. And next thing you know, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are like I said, at each other's throats, and then it comes Daniel Bryan and Big Show, and Roman Reigns is out watching the match at ringside, and then Roman Reigns in the middle of the match. Roman Reigns is signing autographs, taking selfies with the fans, and Daniel Bryan's looking at this. Is just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? And then the good part comes when Big Show runs Daniel Bryan into Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is thinking that it's Daniel Bryan, obviously hitting him on purpose, running to him on purpose, and then Big Show spears Roman Reigns, and so things get real, and as Daniel Bryan's at the top rope, getting ready to do his high risk maneuver, and comes Roman Reigns with the Superman punch to the Big Show. And then after that, all hell breaks loose, because then you have a brawl with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. And honestly, I think that's what's missing from today's WWE. Then from the Attitude Era is you had that good old fashioned rivalry where it's they respect each other but they don't like each other, and that's what we've seen here. I mean, you get to the point where it took referees and staff to peel them apart, and try to separate the two, because they were really brawling and going at it. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed to WWE Network yet, please do. It's free this month. I mean, how can you turn down free? And WWE Fastlane is free, which that right there, I mean, free 99, man. Come on. And as we have it, the updated card to this point for Fastlane is we have, sorry for the main event going down. I mean, we have, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns fighting to see who's gonna face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Then we have John Cena and Rusev. And I failed to mention that this is actually for the United States Championship. Now, it's been a while since I've seen Cena fight for a mid-card title, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And then this just it for last night's Raw. Wade Barrett and Dean Ambrose are gonna face each other for the Intercontinental title. I'll bet Dean Ambrose he didn't get Wade Barrett to agree to in the most conventional way, but they're gonna face each other at Fastlane. And then the Usos are gonna face Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for the tag team titles. Then you have Nikki Bella and Paige for the Divas Championship, and Sting and Triple H are gonna be face to face confrontation. And then and I'm pretty sure you have Miz TV with Paul Heyman as the guest. So a lot of good matches going on, and very well worth the free 99. So if you guys haven't subscribed to it yet, please do. It's gonna be really good. I'm actually thinking about doing it myself. I mean, it's free. Come on. But so there you have it. So those were Smackdown and Raw. Those are the things I took away from it, and breakdowns and how I break it down. But I wanted to express my view on the whole Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns situation, and who's going to WrestleMania and that type of thing. I think this match at Fastlane is very important for Roman Reigns, because for one, this is an opportunity for him to really prove himself, not only to himself, but to the people who, to his fans, to the fans that, criticize and doubt him, and doubt his ability in the ring, and doubt his in-ring work, and doubt his promo work. I mean, you name it. This is him having to prove himself to all those people. And honestly, I've been reading, hey, that him losing is WWE's way of losing faith in him. And I think that is true. Because if you're wanting him to be a top star, I mean, clearly you have to have him, get the big win, right? At least that's what I hope so. And I've been hearing this bit about how, Roman Reigns is being shoved down our throats. No, I don't think that's true. I think as of right now, Daniel Bryan is the one that's being shoved down our throats. I mean, think about it. Last year, he managed to find a way to the main event of WrestleMania. This year, he's doing it again. And so, if that's not being shoved down our throats, I don't know what is. Like, I just don't think it's going to benefit anybody if Daniel Bryan wins. I mean, it'll be predictable at best, but, I mean, I don't think that's the best option at this point. And another thing is, I don't think turning Roman Reigns heel is also going to be a good idea. I mean, what's the point of doing that? Because you're building him up to be this top guy just so you can tarnish his character by turning him heel. Because I tell you what, he won't get many opportunities as a heel as he is right now, because he's gonna slump down into the mid card scene and stay there for years, a couple years at least. I mean, ask Ryback. Ryback is going through the same thing. So my thing is, I don't think it's I think it's best if Roman Reigns gets this win at Fastlane, and not only just a win, a convincing win, one that will at the end of the match would make even Daniel Bryan respect Roman Reigns' abilities and show him respect all in all. And I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the match I see those two guys shaking hands. That would be my ideal scenario, but you never know. I mean, this is the WWE creative team, so you never know what's going to happen. But I just hope they don't turn Roman Reigns heel. I just don't think it's a good plan. It's not a good idea whatsoever. I mean, not even a little bit. I mean, Daniel Bryan didn't get what he wants, so he didn't turn heel. So why should Roman Reigns? But I mean, this has got to be affecting Roman Reigns mentally. But he's still fighting. He's ready. He's fighting. He's ready to make sure he gets that spot at WrestleMania. And I'll definitely be rooting for him. I'll definitely be watching that match. No doubt about that. But honestly, I'm just psyched about Fastlane, and I'm just ready to see what's going to happen with that. And I mean, I'm eager to see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, period. And I honestly still think that'll be match of the year. And I honestly still think that with Paul Heyman in the mix, that this match is going to be elevated to another level. Let's put it that way. But time will tell. I mean, we'll never know until like I said, we see Fastlane and the creative team does their thing. But anyways, thank you guys again for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to my page, because I will definitely be creating more videos just like this to review Raw, Smackdown. And don't forget to tune in on Sunday, because I will be making a review video for WWE Fastlane right after the show. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, don't forget to like and share my video. And don't forget to leave your comment. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, just let me know, and we'll definitely talk about it. But anyways, I will see you guys back here on Thursday, as I will be reviewing this episode of Thursday Smackdown. But I'll see you guys there. Peace.